In this section, we're going to review some good and bad examples of charts. First, let's take a look at this table. The key message is to show some strong growth in product, but what we see in the slide is a whole product line sales analysis with loads of historical data. Now I'd say the messages are blurred in the data. The next chart is a complex diagram. If we're not an expert in this area, we'll rarely intemperate what's happening right now because there's just too much information out there. If I were in this situation, I'd either put this complex diagram on the appendix page, or I'd maybe unpack the key insights slowly. I'd create 3 slides. The first one would introduce our high-level analysis approach, then we'll move to the detailed process, and finally we'll extract the key findings in the last slide. Now let's turn to another sample chart. In the body we can see a whole financial calculation across different products compared to many competitors. The main problem of this slide is the body. It's only raw data and no analysis is presented to support the conclusion. Now, after we've seen a few bad examples of bad charts, we've got to focus the audience's attention on the key message. The body of a slide is extremely crucial. It helps explain the message. It gives another means for the audience to process the information and reinforce the message aid to memory. Okay, let's see what we shouldn't do in a slide. On a high level, the slide should never compete with the presenter because people are really hard to read and listen to at the same time. So the presenter is the primary means of communicating. Less is more. We should all call for simple slides because simplicity then means clarity in thinking. Now with this in mind, sometimes we've got to make some trade-offs. For the sake of simplicity, we don't use animated slides. Meanwhile, based on the complexity of a message and the desired future use of the presentation, we always use the most appropriate chart to display information effectively.